What is up, you guys? Welcome to the collective. My name is Furman, and in this video we are talking about the Nintendo DSi XL in 2023. Yes guys, we are going back to quite possibly my most popular video that I have ever made. This video right now is sitting at about 50,000 views, which is absolutely insane. That was my first real taste of, YouTube craziness. Now before we get started, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Without any further ado, Nintendo DSi XL. Now guys, when I first recorded that video, I knew it was a little bit insane because I literally bought this brand spanking new. And I decided to unbox it because I wanted to use this thing. I remembered how awesome it was when I bought my first one, and I wanted to relive that again, and it was so worth it. I mean, it was absolutely worth it. And clearly you guys agree too, because 50,000 of you guys watched that video. You didn't subscribe, but I mean, you guys watched it, and it matters, and I really appreciate that.
Emotional damage.
Now, is this still a contender? Is this still a worthy item to buy in 2023? You know what? Obviously, my answer will always be absolutely yes. Heck yes. No questions, no doubts. And these are the reasons why. Number one, you guys already know I'm in my 30s and I am blind, so having bigger screens always makes it a lot easier. I mean, just being able to play all of the DS games, which there are a lot of them that are still really good, being able to play all those games in a bigger screen just makes it so much more worth it. And on top of that, you don't lose any of that pixel quality when you have the bigger ones. You still hold on to that same exact resolution that the original DS Lite has. So you have all of that, but it just looks so much better and it's so much bigger. As you can see in the box, it says 93% larger screens, and this is a fact. Number two, this boy is an extremely comfortable thing to use. Just the flatness of it, the design quality, it is just so comfortable to use. The buttons are nice and mushy. I mean, you guys can see this thing is what, pushing 14 years old right now, and it still looks this good. I mean, it almost looks brand new. Insane. So this is an extremely high quality product, and it just makes me laugh because a lot of people chose to pass on it because of the fact that it got rid of the GBA cartridge slot. Now yes, I do realize that was an extremely controversial move to pull by Nintendo back then, but man, it just ended up being so much more worth it because of the fact that it just added that gigantic screen. It just made this thing an extremely comfortable handheld to use for long periods of time. My other reason, which is the main reason why we bought the DSi XL, the games. It's because of the fact that the games are just absolutely insane. And yes, just like I mentioned before, you don't lose any resolution when you play DS games on the DS itself. You do lose resolution when it comes to playing those games on the 3DS. And so a lot of people might think, it's just more convenient because of the fact that the 3DS is will still being supported, all of those reasons. It's just easier to have one handheld, and usually because of the fact that the 3DS is backwards compatible, most people chose that. But that is the inferior way of playing it because of two reasons. One, makes it blurry, does not look as good, and two, if you make it pixel perfect on the 3DS, it actually makes it look worse. So they're extremely tiny. So essentially you have these huge screens on the 3DS that you can't even fully utilize just because of the fact that you want that pixel perfect experience. Guess what? You don't gotta do that with this one. I should probably use the one I'm referring to right here. See, it's still in almost perfect condition, and I've had this for 3 years. Ain't she a beauty? I mean, oh golly. honestly, more important than anything is the memories I've been able to create on this DSi XL have been just timeless. One of the first games that I actually ended up buying and finally completing was actually Chrono Trigger on the DS. I was lucky enough to find it in 2020, right along this guy, and it was minty fresh. I mean, the game was complete, everything was in it, and it was only $30 that I paid. Now, go on eBay right now and look up Chrono Trigger DS, and I'm telling you right now, you will not find it under $100. What? But, you know, I digress. Let's move on past that. Honestly, being able to finally beat that game, which has been on my bucket list for a really long time, was absolutely amazing. And that game is just so good. I absolutely loved it on the DS. Not just the fact that you get the 2 screens, you know, you get the menu on the bottom and all that good stuff that comes with the DS version, but you also get New Game Plus. You get extra cutscenes. They actually have cutscenes in the game that came from the PC port, I believe. So yeah, it is actually the best way to play Chrono Trigger. It's on the DS. And I was able to do that. And not just that, you guys already saw I have the black DSi XL and I have this one. So me and my wife have actually been taking the time and we're playing Pokemon Platinum right now. Now, if you guys know me and you've been watching my videos for about a year or so, or you know, however long, you guys already know that I'm a Pokemon fanatic. I truly believe that the best Pokemon games we have ever gotten was on the DS. Not the 3DS, not the Game Boy Advance, not the Game Boy Color, even though yes, I absolutely love Gold, Silver, and Crystal. But come on guys, the best games were on this console. I mean, we're talking Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and yes, I realize a lot of people don't really like those games. We're talking about Blissey with 1000 HP. But I love those games. I love the fact that they were on 2 screens and they slowed down. They actually turned it from 60 frames, which, you know, Pokemon Emerald and all those Game Boy Advance games were running at 60. So they brought it back down to 30 and made it more cinematic looking. So overall, this just made the games feel a lot more epic. So yeah, they did those and I absolutely love them. Pokemon Platinum is just such a good game. I don't care what you say, whatever. Get past it. Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, probably first place. I mean, honestly, these games are literal perfection. And yes, there's a lot of people that don't like them, and I understand that. But to me, those games are literally perfect. They are the best games ever made in the history of mankind. And then, right after that, they dropped Pokemon Black and White and Black and White 2. Which those games, story-wise, are undefeated. I mean, those games, those were the last good Pokemon games that ever came out. I know this seems like I'm throwing a little shade at Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which were excellent games too, but I truly do believe that the DS games is where Pokemon just, you know, stopped being good. Those are the last ones that were amazing, and then the 3DS just kind of sucked, and we're at the Switch level and they just ruined it completely. But I digress. All in all, you know, having this console and being able to play these DS games on the best screens, because they are IPS, the best screens and the largest screens and the best form factor, just makes it so much better playing these games. I mean, you cannot find a better version to play it. The Game Boy and the Game Boy Color are virtually obsolete because of the fact that the analog pocket is a thing. I mean, you cannot match the fact that this has a bigger, I believe it's a 3.5 inch screen, and it's 1440p, 60 frames. Like, the games just look gorgeous on this thing. And honestly, I hope that they come out with a Game Boy Advance version, and I would love to see Analog do a DS. I think that would be insane. But until that happens, this right here will be the definitive way to play DS games. I think we can all agree to that. Don't you think? All in all, guys, I say this to say that it has been tremendous. It has been amazing. Just being able to unbox this, being able to use it and play all these games, like you know, giving it to my kids, you know, they play with it and they've been able to see how amazing it looks. And I do have some DS Lites and regular DSs and stuff like that. They've been able to compare, and they always say that this is the best way. Like, it just looks so much better. The memories we've made, the memories we will continue to make with this thing have been priceless to me, and it is absolutely spending $500 plus because that's how much it costed. Yeah, I know that kind of hurts a little bit, but still absolutely worth it. And you know what, I would do it all over again. Matter of fact, when I start getting that YouTube money, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Collecting some DS's and all that, because I love the DS era. The DS, 3DS, DSi, DS Lite, DSi XL, all of that stuff. I absolutely love handhelds, and this is one of the main reasons why I made this YouTube channel. But hey, in order for us to finally be able to do these things, I'm gonna need you guys to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel, because we're so close to 2,000. It is not even funny. Like, seriously, I can taste it. I can smell it in the air. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for all of your support. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, let's keep on going. Let's keep this thing blowing up. Alright guys, we will see you on the next video. Peace. This is still the worst box ever. Look at this. It's still ruined. You can't save this. You cannot save this. It's unsavable. It's unsavable.